So it must be clear by now that how mind works. Mind works with wants only. How the system works is whatever we are thinking will get the same kind of emotions on the body. And then also those emotions will turn into feelings. And then there are two kinds of feelings only. So which is body will be comfortable with it and body will not be comfortable with it. So when the body is not comfortable, so body has no means of telling. The way body tells is it uses mind and thinking process. So it becomes a cycle now. So thought process came in your mind regarding something. The mind wants something. There was some desire, some expectation. See, without a desire, without expectation, without a want, you will not be thinking. Thinking is only happening because there is some agenda behind it. You're thinking for some reason. You can always check, be aware of your thoughts. That's the first check, and see what it is thinking, what does it want. So all these things thinking, they will get realized on the body in two way. Either body will like it or body will not like it. And then when the body doesn't like it, it goes back to mind, and then mind makes that emotion really stronger, and then the mind brings the run from things which body doesn't want towards things which body wants. So that's what mind is. Mind is always running from one to the other thing. And in this running, because it doesn't want something and body is not comfortable with it, so this is happening very minutely. So body is not comfortable with it, so we generate a fear of, so we are running, so we are scared of this thing. That's why we are running from this point which body doesn't like to the point where which body does like it. So that's why mind will divide everything into two things, good and bad. So from bad to good, it will make a run. And due to this run, we generate a lot of expectations because we don't want certain things. So because of that, now things are happening which we don't want, but they are happening because the way you don't want certain things, the other person also doesn't want some things, but maybe you want those things. We could take this example to our loved ones, to our family. We want our family to behave, react, and obey in certain way, but then they have their own expectation because they are behaving in such a way which you don't like. But also if we see from their point of view, they don't like the way you wanting things from them, expectations from them. So this is constantly generating clash within the families, within the loved ones. So that's the root of all the problems which starts in a family or with your loved ones. So you want something from them, they want something of their own and from you also. They want you to leave them alone, you want them to leave them alone, but sometimes you want things from them, but you don't want to leave them alone, but they don't want to do it. So because that's not comfortable with them, and they want to live their own way, they want to have their own freedom, and your freedom is in a way that you want them to do things your way, and that's your freedom because you are expecting something out of freedom, like I want you to behave in this way, and they can't do it, and their freedom is just I don't want to do that. So there will be a constant clash of things keep on happening in such a way, and then we go through all this stress we put on the body, and then obviously stress on the relationship. And when the other person doesn't behave in such way, so body will have a dissatisfaction mind will have a dissatisfaction, and then it will generate the emotion of anger, or emotion of stress or worry or suffering, and this all will get realized on your body. So whatever your mind is generating, it is not affecting the other person. It is definitely it will affect the relationship, but in terms of who it's affecting the more, it's you, because you want something that's not happening your way. So you're dropping that seed of disappointment, unsatisfaction inside you, and then you go through anger or rage or disappointment. All these emotions, they will keep on building up. So that's how things work. The expectation, the want of the mind, because mind does divide everything into two. But that might not be the case, because what's good for you may be bad for other, and what's bad for them may be good for you. That's why this clash is happening. So this way we just end up, so just because of we are too much involved in mind, we don't know what mind is doing, we end up damaging our own relationship. But if you see a stranger, you want something from a stranger, and stranger doesn't do that thing, so you walk away. That's because there is no expectation, no attachment there. So that's where the problem starts, is just expectation, your needs, your desire. See, life is like a negotiation or a play. That's why Krishna said it's a Leela, which is like divine play. If you Google Leela, Krishna Leela, meaning of it, you will see it's a divine play. Life is a divine play. Some things, like you go to a shop, you want something, you have a price in mind, the other person don't want to sell it at that price, so then you negotiate. So in this way, it's a play. Something will happen their way, something will happen your way. So that's why it's a play which is happening. This life is like a play. When you look from things from other people, some things might not happen your way, some things will happen your way. So that's just how it is. It's a divine play. We are inside this divine play. So because there are so many people involved, so many things involved, so that's why you might not get things what you want. But because of that, you're not getting it, you feel unsatisfied, and then that leads to a place where you just start to stress yourself, bring problems on yourself, and obviously we end up damaging this whole relationship. So what's the solution? To live in the oneness. So coming out of mind is the solution. Why? Because mind is dividing everything in two. It cannot take no. That's the biggest problem of a mind. So that's what we call ego, because mind is not ready to accept no for the answer. But if I see it from a third person, either it's yes or it's no. Yes is okay, no is okay. So it's just a no. But mind doesn't like it. It doesn't like the bad things. So, but situations and events are happening in a way that it's happening for everyone. So we need to understand that. We need to understand the mind, and we need to come out of mind. Changing a mindset, or different positive mindset, negative mindset, it will not make any difference unless we are in the mind. We cannot live from the mind, win from the mind. Like if you're living in the water, if you're a water person, water animal, you can't win from the water. Same way, you can't win from mind. Its ecosystem is so vast. Whatever mindset it is, doesn't matter. You have to come out of mind. See, this the solution for negative thoughts also. There is only one solution, which is you stop categorizing things into negative and positive. You just see them as thoughts, just one. Similarly, outside of you, whatever is happening, whatever you want from someone, you just see that as one, without an expectation. Like, okay, if it's no, it's no. If yes, yes. You just see things as one and be accepting to it, be okay with it. And that's why a lot of meditation centers, they put a lot of focus on accepting, because once you are out of mind, you are in this place where you're just okay, and you are in yes. Or if you're not okay, then it will still be no, but you will be okay with no also, and you just either you can walk away or you just be okay with no also. So that's how what mind does. It divide things into two. We have to be aware of what it is doing, and solution is not fighting, not changing the mindset, but bringing a distance from mind. So yeah, hopefully we got some clarity, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.